Number 20, create a great place to work. Employee retention is one of the most critical elements of business success in our dynamic job market of today. Once you have hired, trained, placed, and developed a team of excellent people, it's absolutely essential that you do everything possible to, as Shakespeare said, bind them to you with hoops of steel. The way that you create a great place to work is, as Edward Deming said, drive out fear. Your job is to create a high-trust environment where people feel terrific about themselves. And the way that you do this is you absolutely refuse to criticize, condemn, or complain about anything. You do not blame other people for making mistakes or for getting things wrong. You create an environment where the fears of failure and rejection that everyone has are simply eliminated from the workplace. The key to building a high-trust environment is for you to allow people to make honest mistakes without criticizing them or making them feel bad or deficient in any way. People feel that they have the permission to take risks and make mistakes without any fear of retribution. They will tend to be more thoughtful and creative in achieving the company's goals than under any other circumstances. Whenever somebody does something that doesn't work out, and this will happen in a great number of cases, instead of criticizing, you help the person to identify the valuable lesson or lessons contained in this experience. You focus on the future rather than the past. You focus on the solution rather than the problem. When someone makes a mistake, you ask, okay, what do we do from here? What's the next step? The next time this comes up, why don't we do it this way? You help people to learn and to grow from temporary failures and setbacks. You encourage them to learn everything possible. Whenever possible, you give them rewards and acknowledgement for having taken a risk in the first place. There's a famous story told about Thomas J. Watson Sr., the founder of IBM, who called in a young vice president who had just spent $10 million on a research project that had failed completely. When the young vice president arrived, he offered his resignation to Mr. Watson. He said, "You don't have to fire me. I'll go peacefully. I know I've made a mistake." Thomas Watson replied, "Fire you? Why would I fire you? I've just spent $10 million on your education. Now, let's talk about your next assignment." The only way people can learn and grow and develop in judgment and wisdom is by trying things and making mistakes. Your job is to make sure that every lesson learned can be applied to making your company even more successful in the future. This is the way that you make your company a great place to work.